In today's video, we explore the paradox of green energy and its ongoing dependence on fossil fuels. Despite the growing push for sustainable energy alternatives, the production and maintenance of renewable energy systems often rely on traditional energy sources. From the manufacturing of green technology components to the mining of raw materials and the challenges of battery production, we'll delve into the multifaceted relationship between green energy and fossil fuels. Join us as we uncover the complexities of transitioning to a fully sustainable energy future. 1. Manufacturing green energy components. The production of solar panels, wind turbines, and batteries requires energy-intensive processes. This process involves numerous steps, from extracting raw materials to assembling the final product. Unfortunately, much of the energy used in these processes currently comes from fossil fuels. This is particularly true in countries where coal and gas dominate electricity generation. The reliance on fossil fuels in manufacturing raises questions about the true environmental impact of green energy technologies. Until cleaner energy sources power these processes, fossil fuels remain an integral part of the equation. 2. Mining raw materials. Green energy technologies rely heavily on materials like lithium, cobalt, and rare earth elements. These are essential for producing batteries and other components. The extraction of these materials involves mining processes that are energy-intensive. Diesel-powered machinery and equipment are commonly used in mining operations. This reliance on fossil fuels highlights a paradox. To create green energy solutions, we must first consume fossil fuels. As demand for these materials grows, the impact of mining on both the environment and fossil fuel consumption continues to be a concern. 3. Transportation of equipment. Transporting heavy wind turbine blades, solar panels, and other components is a logistical challenge. This task often requires vehicles that run on fossil fuels, such as trucks, ships, and trains. Fossil fuel-powered transportation is essential for moving these components from manufacturing sites to their final destinations. The energy consumed in transportation adds to the carbon footprint of green energy infrastructure. While efforts are being made to develop electric and hybrid transport solutions, they are not yet widely implemented. 4. Energy for construction. The construction of green energy facilities, such as solar farms and wind farms, is an energy-intensive endeavor. It requires significant amounts of energy for activities like excavation, concrete production, and steel fabrication. Currently, much of this energy comes from fossil fuels. This dependence complicates the narrative of green energy as a completely clean solution. Until alternative construction methods and materials are developed, fossil fuels will continue to play a role in building green energy infrastructure. 5. Backup power for intermittency. Renewable energy sources like wind and solar are inherently intermittent. Their output depends on weather conditions, making them less predictable than fossil fuel power plants. To ensure a stable energy supply, fossil fuel power plants often serve as backup sources. This creates a dual system where both renewable and fossil fuels contribute to meeting energy demands. The integration of more efficient energy storage solutions is essential to reducing this dependency, but such technologies are still in development. 6. Battery production challenges. Energy storage solutions, such as lithium-ion batteries, are crucial for balancing renewable energy supply and demand. However, the manufacturing process for these batteries is energy-intensive. It typically relies on fossil fuels, from the extraction of raw materials to the production of the final product. This reliance raises questions about the sustainability of battery technologies. As the demand for energy storage grows, so does the need for cleaner production methods to reduce the fossil fuel footprint. 7. Global supply chains. The green energy industry operates within a global supply chain. This chain involves the shipping of raw materials, components, and finished products between countries. Fossil fuels power much of this movement, from container ships to freight trains. The carbon emissions from global supply chains add to the environmental impact of green energy technologies. As the industry expands, finding ways to reduce the reliance on fossil fuels in transportation becomes increasingly important. 8. Maintenance of renewable systems. Maintaining wind turbines, solar farms, and other green energy systems is an ongoing process. It requires vehicles, tools, and replacement parts, many of which are powered or produced using fossil fuels. The energy consumption involved in maintenance activities contributes to the overall carbon footprint of green energy infrastructure. While efforts are underway to develop more sustainable maintenance practices, the transition is gradual and complex. 9. Limited recycling infrastructure. The disposal and recycling of renewable energy components, like turbine blades and solar panels, is still developing. Currently, fossil fuels are often used in the processes required to break down and recycle these materials. This poses a challenge in managing the life cycle of green energy technologies. As the industry grows, the development of efficient recycling infrastructure becomes crucial to minimizing environmental impact. 10. Energy transition timeframe. Transitioning to a fully renewable energy system will take decades. During this period, fossil fuels will continue to play a role in powering existing infrastructure. They also help bridge the gap between renewable energy supply and demand. The gradual nature of this transition underscores the complexity of moving away from traditional energy sources. Efforts to accelerate the shift towards renewables must address the continued reliance on fossil fuels in the meantime.